today I'm doing a pick a pile reading of the month ahead, which is May. Or, I mean, May already started, but basically what's going to happen this month of May. And you can choose from these four pictures on the left here. You can also choose by number if you prefer that, if that works better for you. And you just pick intuitively, and then I will have a reading for everyone. So this is a live stream, but I will also upload an edited video then on my Tarot channel, and the VOD is also rewatchable for people that are missing the beginning. Do pile 1 for now, okay? So let's get to pile 1. Okay, I will zoom in the picture and see. No, I actually have it here. So this is the picture for pile 1, as you can see. Let me look at it. Okay, it's definitely giving me like queen energy, and maybe like having a sister that helps you, having a friend that is very close to you, or a mother, somebody that's very supportive and that always makes sure that you look good, or if that matters for whatever reason, or somebody that makes sure you feel good, you're taken care of, you know. It's giving me those vibes, like somebody that really treasures you. But I do think it's of the same gender as you. Although for some of you guys, it could also be of a different gender. And let's see how this is messages connecting to May. Maybe you're gonna be well supported or closer to a friend. Let's see what's up. So for that, I'm gonna get these cards and have a reading. Okay, the Queen of Swords. So definitely somebody that is saying, okay, I want this and things should go along this way, okay? So definitely somebody that likes to be in control and say how things should go. We have the World card and fixed signs. Again, oh my god, this is so like, if you are a fixed sign, take this as confirmation, which is like Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. But for me, this definitely gives me the energy of somebody that wants things going their way. The World for me. Let's see what it's going to mean. I still have to pull some cards. Okay, we have Temperance. For me, it's definitely something about balancing something out. I have a feeling it has a connection with you wanting things to always go your way. Maybe tendency of being a little bit too much of a control freak. Oh. Okay, guys, we got... Oh my. We got the Tower card. We got the Tower card for y'all. Okay, I mean, it's not always bad, you know, but it feels bad in that moment. That's why I'm sorry that I'm laughing about it. It's actually not funny, but it makes sense because I was already thinking like balancing out, controlling energy. How else is the universe gonna make sure, you know, if you are always trying to have everything in your hands, the universe is gonna at some point be like, okay, nah, listen, I'm the one who has the say here, not you, okay? Everything can't go your way, and the universe is gonna make sure you realize that, and that you don't always need to control things. I don't mean it in a mean way. It's just, you know, tough love, because you have been maybe avoiding messages that the universe has been telling you, maybe, you know, like trying too hard to control something, and the universe is gonna make sure that you learn your lesson and that you find out through, if not through messages, then through action. And the action is the tower moment. The action is the tower moment where everything is gonna feel like it's falling apart for you, but it's not bad. It sounds scary, especially if you're a control freak. It sounds scary if you always want things going your way, but in the end, the universe is just taking work from you because you're just like overworking yourself in a way. You're overwhelming yourself. Like, there's no need to feel like you have to control everything. Sometimes it's also good to be spontaneous, you know? And I definitely think that May is slightly gonna invite more spontaneity in your life, whether you want it or not. Do you understand what I mean? Either you let it happen and you're like, okay, let me be more spontaneous, or the universe is gonna be like, okay, I will make you be more spontaneous. I will make your plans not work out. Which, yeah, I know it sounds tough, but it's a way of rebalancing some energies in a way. So definitely, if you have been like working too hard on school, being too ambitious on one way, or putting too much energy in your career than on yourself, the universe is gonna make sure that this gets balanced. Either by taking the work away from you, which is tough, yeah, but it's just looking out for you, you know? We have the Two of Wands. We had that earlier in pile number 4 too, so If some of you guys haven't attracted to that one, then definitely watch that pile too. And if not, then I'm just mostly thinking again, like there's this nostalgic energy, just thinking of, oh, I've made past plans. Why are things not going the way I want? I don't know. It's so interesting. It seems like, pile number four had a very similar topic when it comes to this one of, okay, things are not going the way I want. And it seems like everybody has been feeling that way, or it's more like of a general energy, maybe. Exactly. That's right. Um, Let me see what else. Oh my god. I'm pulling out the same card as pile number four. So it definitely feels like maybe we're all as a collective going through similar energies. That May is definitely also about healing some past wounds, some past disappointments, and maybe like past beliefs that you've always carried around with yourself unconsciously. But we have the Queen of Cups. No, King of Cups. I'm sorry. It's a King of Cups. I do feel like the King of Cups is very much somebody that has their emotions in control. I don't mean like as in, oh, okay, not having emotions at all. I'm thinking more somebody that embraces their emotions and is like, okay, I'm feeling this now, and so what? I have the right to feel this, and, you know, but won't let their emotions control them. They look at their emotions, but they won't let their emotions control them in a way. So somebody that very much learned how to deal with emotions in a healthy manner. We're not talking about bottling up energy. We're not talking about repressing emotions, but rather instead of letting those emotions control you, looking at them from outside and being like, okay, this is how I'm feeling right now. So what can I do to, to improve this feeling or to get out of this mood? Just kind of taking back your emotions into control. So I really like that for May, like for that to be happening. So if you felt a bit more emotional than usually and like your emotions have gotten, oh my god, this one too, like the Eight of Swords. We had a very similar one. We had the Hanged Man in four. It's so interesting that we see similar energies. Although in this pile, I do definitely feel like there's more this thing of, oh, I want to control, I want to plan, and I'm a planner. And if things don't go my way, I'm like totally losing it. So I definitely think that the universe is gonna help you in that way to be less in that too much planning energy. It's good to be a planner, but some people also do a little bit too much of planning, and that's not good either. You have to let some room for spontaneity and for things to happen too. With the Eight of Swords, I do feel like you've been feeling stuck, but it's more of a mindset thing. It's definitely more of a mindset thing because of, if she wanted to, she could just walk out. Like her legs are not tight. It's more of a mind thing. And the swords in general always represent the mind rather than actuality. So in some way, I definitely think the universe will force you to change your mindset through the tower moment. The tower moment is just, when you've built a foundation, right? But the universe takes that foundation from you. It very much feels like the world is ending with a tower card. But it's always open for change, and that change is always for the better. And I want to like talk a little bit about myself when I think about tower cards, which I recently noticed a lot of things happened. When you feel like things are ending, you feel like it's always bad, but it's not always, like, it's not necessarily bad. And I'm going to talk about this. And spring is very much an energy of change, right? It's very much an energy of beginning, and the winter is over, you're getting more out, and there's the start of new things, right? It's the new year. Astrologically seen, the year starts in March. So definitely new energies coming here, right? And for new energies to come in, other energies have to go and things have to change, right? So I wanted to check something that I wrote down a few days ago for myself, because I always notice, I feel like always around April and May and March are tend to be difficult times. Like you have to be patient, but at the same time, so much is happening and so much change, and it's difficult to adjust in those times. I don't know where I wrote it. So I wrote here, I think springs are always about new beginnings. And then I wrote some examples about myself. And I think it might be also of benefit, especially since y'all are such planners. I feel like you guys definitely have a journal tendency to write down how you feel, or, to plan ahead, some sort of journal thing. So I think that might be something great for you to look back onto, to remind yourself that even if moments right now feel insecure and unstable, it will eventually, everything will fall into its place again, and you will feel actually more in alignment. Like, there's a reason that they're taking you out of this, because you feel it yourself that things have not been going the way you want, and that's why you felt the need to control them so much. But the universe is making sure that things are going to go in alignment without needing your over control on it, if that makes sense. So I wrote, um, in 2020, so I wanted to say for pile number one, in 2020, I'm talking about myself here, I started streaming on Twitch and building my community, and I met my now husband in Corona times and his friends, right? And I'm saying this because Twitch for me was very much a moment of finding more, like being more aligned with my path, finding more of my purpose, and finding my passions. And I do think that you guys are really, like, the community here is so warm and is something I've built, but at the same time you've built too. I mean, obviously you're part of it, but what I'm trying to say is, if I did not come and invest in a mic, in this camera, in the light, and all these things that you need as a streamer, right? And the knowledge on how to stream and all those things, this community would not even exist, right? If I did not believe in myself at that time and invest in those things, even though people were saying, oh, you're not gonna make money with this and that, although I didn't even start like for money, but either way, up until now, I made around, what, 1K? So it's kind of interesting. My ex at that time told me, oh, you want to make money with this and that, this and that. When you want to start something and people are all against it, right? But in 2020, I still started my Twitch career, and a big help was definitely my husband. And I do think, like, a few years later, right now, 2024, I was not a regular streamer, right? Obviously, if I streamed more, things would have changed. But like a few years ago, I was definitely streaming like very regular until I came to Iran. But then I had internet issues and stuff. But that doesn't mean I'm stopping. What I'm trying to say though is that back then, a lot of times it felt like things were against me. It felt like so unattainable. For me, 700 subscribers was already so much. And I'm not saying it's not, like, 700 followers on Twitch is a big amount, right? But the way people were talking to me was like as if I could never even achieve that. And then I achieved like being affiliate way faster than most people did and all those things. Um, and so what I'm trying to say is, like, even though things seem to go against you, I actually learned so much with Twitch. Whether it is graphic design, because I learned how to do those panels, and I learned this art stuff, all this, like this overlay I did myself, right? I learned those things. I learned how to, like, I learned also that there are people out there that have the same mindset as me. Really, like, coming from a place where, I was always the kid that was like the weird kid in my class. I was always labeled weird and awkward because I had my own values, because I was being myself, because I was confident and I was doing what I wanted. And a lot of people are insecure in that age and even later in life. So as soon as they see someone that does what they want and something alternative, somebody that follows their dreams or passion or whatever, and those kids or people have been told all their life, oh no, you aren't shit, you can't do shit, this and that, they're gonna like make you feel like that too, because they're jealous that you can, that you have the confidence. And what I'm trying to say is that 4 years ago, I probably wouldn't have believed I would be here. 4 years ago, I remember my first donation I got, like $1. I was crying because I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would people donate to me? So yeah, but it's not only about money, right? I mean, what I'm trying to say when I say donation or whatever, I'm talking about that people, like, the act of it. It's just like a gift, right? Like, you don't have to, but you can. Do you understand what I mean? And that's the beauty of it, is that there are people out there that are really, like, willing to just do this just to make me happy, just to support my channel. And that means that I give them value in their life, and that's beautiful, you know? So then in 2021, so that's why I wanted to say 2020 was the start of me finding my passions, hobbies, and so on with streaming, and a lot of skills that now I use. Whether it is improving my English, streaming, content creation, you learn all that, the editing, all that stuff, right? That now I can use even in my career. So it's nothing for waste in that sense. Then in 2021, May, I broke off my toxic 3 year long relationship and started dating my now husband. So that was for me definitely an achievement. And then in 2022, March, April ish, I went to Iran and met Amir, which is my husband, for the first time. And our online relationship, which has been a distance relationship, turned into a in-person relationship in the sense of that we met on multiple trips finally in real life. And then from that moment on that I traveled the first time to Iran, every holidays that I had in Switzerland, I would go and see him in Turkey, and he would try, like, we were not, we're not rich, like we're both students and stuff, like going to school and stuff. So we were both like trying to collect all our money, saving up just to see our like each other for the holidays. So that was, in a way, like when it felt so impossible at that time, I remember I was like, how should I make a relationship work with somebody that I love being 5,000 kilometers away? And what if that person's not the same in real life, right? There are so many risks, so many fears around it, right? And most people tell you, oh, long distance never work out. Well, look at me now. I'm married, you know? So then in 2023, March, that was a big one. In 2023, March, I dropped out of school and went to the mental hospital for a week and then moved to Iran. So that was crazy, y'all. That was my tower moment. And that was what I'm referring to. When I was dropping out of school, guys, I thought I had failed in life. I thought I was not good enough. I was going for a lot of mental issues because obviously I was not living the life I should be living. I did feel like, oh, I'm meant for something else. But people have told me so much in that school and everything, like as if I'm like now a failure if I don't go for the way of life that they think is right. But that was never right for me. Like I'm so different in sense of mindset, in sense of everything. And I don't want that lifestyle of 9 to 5 job. I don't want, I want creativity, I want love, I want passion. And I don't think that's what I'm gonna attract if I just go study and then go work a job after a few years of studying that I might not even like, or the work environment I might not even like in a way. I always felt the need to be creative. And in my high school, I was doing maths, I was doing all types of shit, but I was not being creative, right? So I don't know. So in that time, if you would have told me 2023, I felt like I failed. I felt like I have less value now because I dropped out of school, this and that. And because everybody else treated me as that, as if I was crazy. But eventually, in that 1 week that I was in the mental hospital, I had time to think, time to rethink my whole life. And then I was like, okay, but actually, now I have time to finally pursue the things I want to do. So let me do that. Let me pursue creativity. Let me pursue love and all that. So um, I moved to Iran, and that was crazy. It was scary. I'm not saying like, but that's what I'm trying to say here. It's like the tower moment, right? It feels like everything is taking and breaking on, all that you knew is breaking. But now I can confidently say, after a year of being in Iran right now, a year of me living here, although I'm not saying everything's perfect or the way I want yet, no? There are a lot of difficulties obviously coming here too. When it comes to, we all read the news and all that, you know what I mean? So and just, not eating the same food and all those things, culture difference and all that. But overall, I can say I'm more happy than I was in high school. Like sometimes I forget, but I'm like, damn, I'm so privileged. I get to actually design my own day. Like nobody's telling me, you know, nobody's telling me like, oh, you gotta now go be there at this time and learn this. No, I get to choose what I learn. I get to be the master of my own life. Like nobody's telling me, oh, you have to do that and this now at this time, and you have to be there at this time. And that definitely gave me like more access to my creativity. Like I got in touch with my creativity again. And in that time, in that 1 year or so, I do feel like I've learned so much more than I've learned in my high school years, just about myself and life and what I want and who I am and all these things. And I've created way more. Like I'm learning how to do nails. I'm learning Farsi, which is a language, the language that they speak in Iran. They speak Persian, and I'm learning all these things that, who knows, later on in a few years, it's gonna help me and it's gonna like shape my path again. Graphic design, drawing, like all these things. say is in that moment, if you would have asked me in 2023 what I'll be doing, if that's the right decision, it didn't feel that right because everybody in my life was telling me it was wrong. But to me, inside, it did feel right, but I felt like I was a failure to them and I cared way too much back then what people said. But I still did what I did and went, even though I was scared, I still went to Iran and got to know this whole thing. And I feel like I learned a lot in that 1 year that I would not do anything different. If I looked at it again, I would not do anything different. My value is not diminished because I'm not doing the things that society has told me to do. Actually, I'm happier, and that's all that matters. And that's what I'm trying to say with pile one. That tower moment right now, it might feel like everything is falling apart, the world you've known is falling apart. But in a few years, you'll look back at this tower moment and you'll be like, damn, in May, everything changed. In May 2024, everything changed, you know, in a good way. I'm so happy that these things happened because those changes were necessary, looking back, right? So now I want to say, right, in 2023 May, I married in Istanbul, like after a few months already, which was fast. And then in 2024 April, I started my home salon right now. I'm doing my nails right at home. And I started my Insta page and brand new nail business, press on nails. And I moved out of the salon I went to after a month because I was not feeling it, the salon I went to right now. And I can't wait. I'm writing this down because in a year I'll be in Switzerland and I want to see, you know, like in a year or so, I know I'll be having my own salon probably, you know. I'll be making my income on nails. Like that's really my goal right now. I'm working on my brand and working on my experience, right? And that's all I wish for you guys in general. I know I talked a lot about myself right now, but it just felt like it was matching in that moment. So that's kind of the message right now I'm getting. So let's have some more general messages though about May. Like advice for May for you guys. How to go or how to navigate the tower moment. Yes. Okay. Now it's giving yes energy, so let me think about that. And then, oh, trust the universe. We have the same card again. That's so cool. Freude. That's German, sorry. I was like happiness and satisfaction. I love that for you. So yeah, definitely the universe is like, okay, trust me. This card says trust the universe, okay? Your angels are definitely telling you to trust the universe. And eventually I do feel like May will definitely like be in the end of May you'll be very happy and satisfied. A lot of things will happen though in May probably for you, but you will be very satisfied at the end of May for sure. And we have yes, and the energy I'm getting from yes is I'm thinking like if somebody asks you or if there's an opportunity knocking at your door, you have to say yes. Like this month should be you want to say yes to everything. You want to say yes to experiences. You want to say yes to, you know, dreams, to whatever, to invitations, all these things, okay? Don't be like overthinking it. If somebody's like, "Okay, we have this opportunity for you." Yes, take it. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah. So now let's see. I don't know if we can do initials for this month, but we can definitely what we can do is numbers maybe. Like I'm thinking numbers right now. As in numbers of what's going to like the days that are special where a lot of stuff is happening, okay? So let's get that. Let me get my iPad again. Okay. Let's see what are the special days in this month. What are some days that you have to look forward to? Oh my god. Okay. No, my pen is really not working out right now. Like sometimes it wants to spin and sometimes it doesn't. Why is it so difficult to spin? I don't know. I have a feeling that for you guys, I should not pull numbers because it's not going in the number direction. It's doing everything but that. So maybe the whole month is important. Maybe there isn't like a specific day to point out. I'm sorry. That's a bit lame, but yeah. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, it's like that. The universe doesn't want numbers for you, I guess, for whatever reason. Maybe it's the whole month that is important. Or maybe they know that if I gave you a number, you guys are probably the over controlling type of person that would think all the time about it to the point of that you would manipulate yourself, which is also not good. So yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was pile number one. Let's do pile number two, right? So we have the cat, right, that is enjoying the sun. So I'm really thinking like you're gonna go outside, enjoy nature, enjoy the moment more in May for pile number two. Yeah, definitely like a month of relaxment, enjoying and spontaneity again. Like enjoying the small things like the sun, right? And nature, obviously. Being more in connection with yourself, but also in with being one with nature more. Yeah, definitely. So let's see what cards I can pull out for this. So what's going to happen in May for pile number two? Oh, getting out of a stuck energy, but for you specifically, I feel like just getting more out of your house. Because you've been rotting in bed, for sure. Then we have the lovers. Oh, I like that. But we also have the Ten of Wands. Oh, being overburdened. Taking too much on than what is needed. And the Page of Wands reversed. Like, since it's reversed... Uh-huh. Maybe like some sort of past connection? Let me grab one more card to see, to understand this. Uh-huh, definitely. I do feel like there's like some sort of past connection that you guys are trying to like chase, maybe a past person or something. Um, and then with the Eight of Swords, I feel like that person just made you feel stuck. So it's definitely not like a good energy. Somebody that makes you feel overburdened. But let me see if it's really this connection. Like, let me see if the Lover's card is connected to that person, if it's that in the card, or if it's somebody else, somebody new coming in. Yeah, definitely. So, although the Lover's card is usually positive, with the cards that are laying out right now, we have also this one again. I just feel like the Lover's card is not really, right now, it's not that positive. It's more like you have to try to move on from somebody that really, like, was burdening you down in a way. Like, it's kind of like a slightly bit toxic relationship it's giving, like, feeling like you have to depend on them. But in a way, actually, they are just weighing you down. Like they're making you work way harder than they do for you, and it might also even be a past connection, like somebody trying to get again in your life that was very toxic for you. So definitely saying no here in this case, I think is important. Standing up for yourself for pile number three. It's interesting that we have that. I feel the need to pull more cards though with the lovers. I still want to figure out. Because I don't feel like that's accurate for everyone. Not everybody is gonna have like a toxic relation in that sense. Yeah. If it's not that, if it's not a love connection, it can also be work, I'm thinking. With the Seven of Swords is like walking away thinking maybe you did someone wrong. Maybe you had like a bad fight with someone and you feel like it's over, but there are still some swords here. Maybe it's also like a fallout with with a loved one, which can be family members too. But you feel like you have to be alert that they might stab you in the back again. Like, can also be a toxic family member for sure for some of you guys. It doesn't have to be a toxic lover, it can be a toxic family member. Maybe a toxic work environment for some of y'all, since this is a general reading. And walking away from that, thinking it's done, but I think with the Two Swords, there's some sort of thing that is still going to play out in May. So let's see, what is this thing that is going to play out? Anyways, this person has you very overburdened in a way, has you feeling stuck. So there's some sort of decision to make, but it's not for you, it's for someone else. They have a decision to make, whether they let you go or they don't just let you go like that. So let's see what that means. I want more details. The Magician. This person is very powerful, so I would be careful. They might even do spell work, which is very weird. Like I'm getting the vibes of somebody that I'm not getting like good vibes from them. Even though the magician is usually a good card, I'm just getting more like dark energy, witch spell work type of, or praying for your downfall type of energy. And it seems like you have to move away from them. Definitely this month will definitely be about leaving some sort of toxic person behind, but it's not going to be easy. It's a person that weighs you down and weigh you down for a long time, and you're maybe even like definitely like used to that energy. And it's interesting to have the starch contrast with that cat, right? But I think like you cutting off that person will leave you feeling like this, will leave you feeling relaxed. Because that person was definitely like fucking up your peace for a long time. And once you leave that person, yeah, like I do feel like with the cups, we have the Eight of Cups. I do feel like you will definitely feel happier. You get like you're moving towards more of your personal peace, your personal happiness, doing stuff you like doing, not what they tell you. So definitely like a controlling person in that way. Could we perhaps have some more messages for this month? Like to find out who that person is, we'll have also in the end I'll go with signs and initials. The Empress energy, but reversed. So I'm thinking like this person is has a lot of masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a man when I say that. I'm just more saying is like, you know, when the Empress has good sides, right? Everybody loves the Empress on this side, but this side is the negative sides of this card, right? So I'm thinking like maybe somebody that is arrogant, somebody that has their femininity not under control, that has their, masculine side more like out and unstable. So I think aggressive. I'm thinking aggressive, violent, abusive for sure. Um, too much confidence, which means arrogance and narcissism and a lack of empathy. So basically, if you were to think of what we think about is good for feminine energy, which is like, taking care of others, being empathetic, growing things. This person is the opposite of that, making destruction happen, making people feel small, not taking care of them, things like that, really. So let's find out who this person is with initials for confirmation and with zodiac signs. Also, we have 111, which again is confirmation for me that this is a month of new beginnings for y'all. So yeah, for sure, a month of new beginnings. So we have, I would say, C. C could be their initial. Clarissa, I don't know. C. Carl, Charles, Charlie, Clemens, maybe. Okay. Other initials. Oh. Oh. I can't think of anybody with O name, like O. Olivia. Okay, somebody that has their name starting with O. Okay. And then it pointed towards Scorpio, so maybe this person might be a Scorpio or have some Scorpio placements. If not that, then a Cancer. And we have R as an initial. Can also be R, Robin, Ryan, Ron, Riley, Raphael. I don't know. I'm thinking about those names right now. We had Scorpio, Cancer. Can we get maybe one more zodiac sign though, if it's not an initial? Let me make it bigger. Maybe that way it's gonna work. Nah, I don't feel like there's anything more because I've been trying, it's not working out. But I definitely think this person is reclaiming their power from that person that tried to take their power away. It's like, I'm not letting you uh, do these manipulative games anymore. Now I grew up. I have other people now backing me up. I have people supporting me, and I'm my biggest supporter now. Number three, let me talk about the picture first. I was like to get into the picture. I don't know why this picture is giving me like vibes of an idea, but also like something blossoming for you. You know, maybe you guys have been working on something in the past and now that's blossoming for you, or it's starting to finally bloom, you know? Finally, like work out, finally pay off is here. It's kind of giving me those vibes, and if not that, I also just get like the vibes of a very beautiful person for sure, very beautiful energy, somebody that attracts abundance for sure. And on the other side, I also feel like with the it does feel like a filter. It does give me like a little bit of AI vibes. So I'm thinking of like old games in a way. Old games, like retro games. So maybe some of you are also gamers and into old games. I don't know why. It's very specific, but yeah. So let's see what's going to happen in May for y'all. Okay, we have the sun. Oh my god, you know how I said like the energy is very like that? So sun totally makes sense for me. But the Four of Cups. Okay, we having a little bit of attitude here. Five of Pentacles reversed. Mm-hmm. Okay. The Magician reversed. This is so interesting. We have again like this card also about other people out here. Yeah. Queen, no, yeah. Queen of Wands. Totally makes sense. So I definitely get like fire energy for pile number 3. But although like I just feel like somebody that is very like has a very childlike energy. I'm not saying childish, I just mean like very warm, innocent, you know, like the life of the party, the center of attention, big smiling, very warm, you know, you have very warm energy. Definitely like Leo kind of vibes, but also Sagittarius. Very playful. I think that's the word I was looking for. Not childish, but playful. Playful like a child a bit. But in a good way. Like you bring out, you know, you make the inner child of others happy in a way. But at the same time, I see that with the Four of Cups, you definitely also are a little bit of a person of attitude. Maybe sometimes a little bit of arrogance is coming through for pile number 3. Like you know who you are, you know what you have to offer. But sometimes you're a little bit saying no too much, if that makes sense. I don't know. I feel like there's opportunity and your pride is like, no, I'm too good for this. Or, you know, like I'm too good to be putting in the work. It's a little bit of arrogance here that Spirit is definitely saying is like not really benefiting you in the end. Like you're being in your own way through maybe having too high of a self-esteem or thinking that you're better than what you actually are, or that you don't need to be doing this right now because of multiple reasons, right? That's kind of giving me those vibes of the Four of Cups. Like having opportunities but not seeing them or not taking them for whatever reason. So be careful with that for sure. And other than that, I'm thinking like with the Five of Pentacles reversed, I'm thinking pile number 3 is definitely like, you know, when you shut down people out of your life, which maybe recently you had to do, I feel like you had to cut off a lot of people. And maybe that's why you're over careful with opportunities and also over careful with who you're meeting in a way, newly in your life, to a point where maybe you're pushing people too much away. You have built up a wall. We literally see a brick wall here. If it's not too much self-esteem or arrogance, it can also just mean that you've built this wall around you that people can't even reach you, even the people that have good intents. Because why? Because you're trying to protect that warm energy of yours, right? And a lot of people, they feel now they've been set out in the cold by you, right? They've been definitely set out in the cold by you. It feels cold without you, right? But why? Because they were not wishing you the best. With the Magician reversed, I feel like it's the negative parts of manifesting. You know, when somebody is trying to do spell work on you, is trying to curse you, or, you know, friends that claim to support you, but in the end they are backstabbers and they just don't support you. They just don't want you to grow, you know? They see all that confidence and they're trying to take that away from you. They see that warm energy, and some people are just really like a fire extinguisher to people's passion. I don't know how else to call them. This might sound very mean right now, but yeah, some people really are like that. They just drag others down. We have the Queen of Wands, so I definitely feel again like you're a very powerful person. You know what you want, you know who you want in your life, who deserves your energy and who does not. And you will let them feel that for sure. Maybe borderline mean sometimes though. Like don't be a bully too, you know? I don't know. It's interesting. Definitely fire energy. Definitely a fire sign. We have the star. So yeah, again, like confirmation, you're like a special person, you have special energy. And a lot of people might be wanna, might want to be around you because they see, like as soon as somebody's close to you though, although outside you might seem like a little bit tough, a little bit arrogant. Actually, once you accept someone in your life, you're very willing to pour into them. Like you are very willing to pour your energy into them, and at the same time you're so unique in a way. So I definitely feel like that's somebody that's taking a unique path. Let's see, what does it have to do with May though? Like we're more talking about you right now. What's happening in May? Like are you just cutting off people, or are you getting back to the ground from your high horse? Okay, we have the lovers, so let's see, what's that? Are you meeting someone in May? Getting out of isolation. Okay, I love that for y'all. We have the hermit and we have the lovers. So again, I feel like May is this time where you're gonna finally meet someone. Yeah, but you gotta let them in. I feel like you've been hurt in the past, but it's also a time where you're gonna leave others. Oh my, that's really interesting. That's tea. So with the hermit, right, reversed, I feel like you're getting out of your cocoon. You're meeting someone for sure with the lovers card, a soulmate or something like that, right? But you're also leaving someone behind with the Eight of Cups. So I do feel like you are definitely fed up with someone. So I want to see now what's going on here, as in like, who are these people we're talking about? So let's get some confirmation with the initials for you guys so you can see, okay, who is this person we're talking about? Okay, so let's see. Let's go to my file. Let's twist my pencil. Okay, my Apple Pen. Anyways, an expensive reading for you. So yeah, so the person you're leaving, what are their initials? Oh my god, okay. A, we had A, I think. Okay, we had A and we had E. So A, Anna, Annabelle, A, Anastasia, Austin, and E is like, what could E like stand for? Elisa, Elise, Elizabeth. Those are the names, so definitely leaving, and I don't know why I have more female names coming up right now. But that's the person you're leaving, and if not with those initials or one of those initials. And then let's see with the zodiac sign. I want to see their zodiac sign. Okay, Pisces. Could be a Pisces that you're leaving, or a Scorpio, or a Capricorn. I think it was Capricorn, yeah. A Scorpio, Capricorn, or a Pisces that you're leaving behind. Now let's see who is that new person though coming up. We want to know who is that new lover that is coming up in your life. Let's see their initials. I. Again, Ian, Isabel, Ingrid, Igor. I don't know. I hate those names. I'm sorry. Something with I. Names with I. Okay, let's see if we can find maybe more. Who's that new lover? Z. Zoe. And A again. Anna. Zara. Sarah. Zaira. Something like this, maybe. A name with A or a name with Z. Okay. And let's see about their sign. So who is that lover? What's their sign? Sagittarius. Oh my god, that would fit so well with y'all. And Libra. Ooh. Okay. And Capricorn. I feel like those are all zodiacs that could very well match your energy. Libra could maybe like, since you guys are so fiery, more confrontative, a Libra could maybe balance you out in that way. A Sagittarius is definitely gonna like have the passion that you guys crave too, and the adventurous side. And a Capricorn, I would say, can give you like abundance and stability for sure. You know, they do definitely like somebody confident as a partner. So I totally see why these are coming up for you. So yeah, this was pile number 3 for May. I love seeing that. So definitely people coming and going for May. That's your message. But also just your energy came through very strongly. I don't know. Maybe you're gonna be more in alignment with your energy. Your fire energy is definitely coming through pile number 3. Like you definitely like attention, but sometimes good, sometimes in a bad way too. Anyways, okay. But those I don't know, it's definitely giving me fire sign. It's like I just feel like our fire signs are like that. Too much for some, but just right enough for others, right? Some people like the spice. A little bit of spice, you know? So yeah, we definitely need that energy. So yeah. I think that's the end of my stream. I did all readings now. If you want to catch up, I'll have the VOD anyways on Twitch ready, and later on I either will upload this as a whole video on YouTube, probably I think. I don't think it's in need of editing really, but I'll see later. And bye bye. Thank you so much for watching. Number 4. Okay. You chose number 4, right? And this picture of house moving castle. I don't know. I'm just gonna intuitively say what I feel right now with the picture. I'm looking at the picture on my phone right now. And so what I'm feeling is for the month of May, I somehow feel like this is weird. Either you're gonna reconnect with an old family member, which could be like, I'm thinking either an old family member for some of you, but for you, I feel like it's more of a soulmate that has been your soulmate since many lifetimes, but that you are meeting soon and that you felt like was missing in your life. You might be feeling very lonely at these times. And I think the month of May, you will have company and a, how do you say that? When you meet someone and it's just like destiny, like some sort of destiny moment that is going to happen in May of meeting someone that feels like you knew them since lifetimes. It's kind of giving those vibes right now. So this is what I'm getting from the picture so far, but then I'm gonna come with cards, obviously, to get more into detail what's happening in May. Um, okay, I'm thinking about using this deck, which is a tarot deck, and this, which is an oracle deck, in a second. I don't know why. Oh, this is funny. Picking up these decks, I just got old boarding pass. So this is kind of giving me the vibes. Also, I'm gonna say some of you are going to travel basically. I'm also speaking in plural right now. I know in the stream right now it's only you, but for the video sake for later, because more people are gonna watch it obviously. So what I'm trying to say is like some of you guys will travel to in May somehow, or somebody's going to come visit you in a way. I don't know. It's interesting because I see those boarding passes that are popping up that I've had actually, and my husband, from all the times that we traveled to see each other because we were long distance. Long distance, yes. Maybe some of you are also entering a long distance relationship is what I'm getting from this. Because this is random, but I'm just picking up on whatever I see and the messages that I get in this moment. So either way, let's get to the cards now. So what is going to happen in May for pile number 4? I call it pile number 4 because yeah. No, there's an ad break. And it's in, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'll clear this pile from old energy, hopefully. Okay, so what's going to happen in May for you? Pile number 4. Past plans. Okay. I'm just pulling out cards randomly, intuitively. I mean, it's not random, it's intuitive, I would say. But yeah, whatever I feel attracted to. And right now, the cards I pulled out. Okay, let's look at all these. I have my iPad here. Let me put it to the side. I only had it here just in case we want to figure out some more things. I will show. I have like a lot of ideas right now. It's difficult. I'm thinking in my mind, but you can't see what I'm doing. So we have here the Two of Wands. This card. I'm thinking in some way of past plans that didn't work out. Maybe also nostalgia, like being very much in nostalgic moment. Two of Wands for me, this card is, it's kind of, since she's looking in the past, right? In tarot readings, we have this side would be the future, this side is the past. So I feel like this person made a lot of past plans and it seems like they didn't really work out the way this person wanted. So I feel like this is about you and your past plans, or also just maybe looking in the past and being like, oh, I miss those times. Like I miss, you know, for you, Omid, this is interesting. I'm just gonna mention you right now too. I really do see that you might be missing your memories, your childhood memories, and your home country for sure. And for other people, I don't know, like this person seems to me looking like in far lands, if that makes sense. They're not looking at where they are now. They're not really present. They're rather in the past, living in the past in some way. So what I'm getting from that is that was maybe like an energy that you've had up until now, but I think you are healing from this energy and slightly going away because of this card. Now, this card is reversed. Usually it would be this side, Ten of Swords, but we also read cards that are the other way around. So what does this mean? That means all these swords that you have been feeling, like all the pain basically, it's symbolic in that sense, is falling out. So I do think it's definitely a month of healing, and I feel like this person was very isolated, not really going out that much. I think with the spring, with the weather getting warmer, you're definitely going out more, being less isolated, maybe also going less from that victim mentality of, oh, everything feels so heavy and the universe and everyone's just against me in a way. There's nothing good for me out there. Going a bit away from that depressed energy to healing, to going out more in a way, I feel like. Interestingly, this pile has a lot of family elements, childhood, maybe childhood friends. By the way, I also want to mention that sometimes you guys might not feel like, how do you say, like sometimes you want to pick two pictures, and that's totally fine. You can listen to both readings. Some people feel attracted to all four, that's fine. Maybe there are messages in all four, okay? And let me continue with the reading. But this is the Six of Cups, but you had it reversed. Okay? So let me think what that means. The Six of Cups for me is definitely like this energy of having a mentor, of having someone to look out for you. But when it's reversed for me, it's rather like, again, nostalgia for me. I'm thinking about childhood nostalgia, but at the same time, maybe some sort of lack of mentorship, like a lack of people to guide you. Maybe you had to be very independent growing up. You had to very much carve your own way and you didn't really have anyone to look up to because maybe your goals are very alternative from that what your family gave you or wanted you to be. Yeah, maybe a lack of some. I don't know why this is interesting because this is like a May prediction, but there's a lot of old energy going on here. Okay, with the we have the hanged person, so usually the hanged person is about someone that feels stuck, right? But in this case, I don't know. I feel like it gives me more of a playful energy. I will pull one more card to see what it means. So what does this card mean exactly? Fast-paced energy. So many reverses in this deck. Okay. So I feel like May would definitely be maybe like a month. I said you are going to go more out, but it will definitely be a month of like. So with the Eight of Wands, I feel like May is going to be very fast paced, but more as in like a lot of energy, maybe like a month of adventure. And again, like traveling, a trip, maybe some sort of road trip. For some of you, it's definitely also traveling to somewhere where the weather is drier, more desert like, and has less nature, but that's very specific. I'm sorry about the sounds outside. My window is open, but the room is too hot, you know? But yeah, Iran is a very loud country, so I'm sorry. And with the Eight of Wands, again, it's like fast energy and energy of action. So I think you're definitely gonna go. If you've been stuck in your house the past months, you're definitely gonna go more out, if that makes sense. Um, so what I'm getting is going from an energy of being stuck, oh, I don't know what to do, to rather being more outgoing. And I think it makes sense with also the change of weather and stuff. It's getting warmer. People tend to go out more in summer or in spring too. So yeah. Um and then we have the Queen of Wands but reversed. So Queen of Wands I would say is a very passionate and powerful person, but when you have it reversed, it means the opposite of that. So maybe a lack of confidence in a way. I have to think more, or like I'm gonna pull one more card to understand this card because I'm not really seeing the context right now. So what does the Queen of Wands reversed mean? This reading. Uh-huh. Okay. We got the Five of Cups. So again, the energy I was talking about in the beginning is like that energy of disappointment, right? But the beautiful thing about May is that maybe you're gonna be stuck for a while. I feel like the first half you might be again looking at past energies and looking at how everything didn't work out the way you planned and stuff, but you got to understand that the universe basically has way more in store for you and better things in store for you than you would have thought. But right now you have your back towards those things, towards those opportunities. You might not see them yet, or your mindset is too negative to see them. You're too much in your feelings, and you're looking at all these spilled opportunities. You're like, all these things didn't work out for me, there's nothing for me. But if you were to just turn around, you're gonna see, oh, actually I have two of these cups and those are two of my opportunities. And right now I'm thinking too, maybe you had plans. Also, some people here I'm seeing, like, look how there's a city in the background. Maybe somebody had plans to move out to a bigger city, but it didn't work out, like plans to move from one city to another, I'm seeing for some. But it's not necessarily bad. When something doesn't work out the way you want, sometimes the universe just has bigger things or better things for you in store, but you're just not able to see that just yet. So the messages I'm definitely getting is like, wait, it's going to get better. Like, it's only going to get better. Until now, the like one angel is really coming through and saying, like, until now, I know it's been tough. I know you went through a lot and it felt like it cannot just get worse than this, but right now is the turning point. Like, the May is going to be like a really of a turning point where you get a little bit out of that depression or out of your cocoon and come out and are willing to try again for things, to put energy again in new goals, or to just enjoy life really. For some of you guys, maybe you've been just overworking, overwhelmed, and instead of working yourself up about things that don't work, just getting out the house and doing things that are fun again. I noticed that some of you didn't really have that much fun in the past, really. So I think May is gonna be, how do you say, like, it's gonna maybe start a bit with heavy energy still from the past months or times, but it's going to turn around in this month and things are going to be good. I feel like it's really a cool month for you guys, a month with like filled with travel, adventure, fast energy, but like good fast energy as in spontaneous, and also a month of shifting your mindset and finally healing from old wounds that have been like from burdens that have been around for a very long time. It seems like the energies I'm talking about from the past, it seems like they've been around maybe even for years, but this is like the month where things are going to turn around to the better for you guys. So That's kind of more or less what I'm seeing. Now, let's see if we can have more general messages for pile number 4. Oh my god. I'm trying to open this and it's like stuck. I don't know why. Wait a second. Why is this so stuck? Okay, finally. The way this was stuck and was difficult to get it out of, I'm thinking of, again, like this stuck energy of this card. Feeling stuck, like you guys really feel like nothing can improve. Right now, when you hear this, you're probably going to still be like, I don't believe those messages. I don't think things can go better. Things have been bad for so long. Like you barely even believe that good things can happen to you. That's how bad things have been. Let's see what kind of general messages we have. This is like the angel deck, so I just felt called to get some general messages for this month ahead, some advice for this month for you. Okay. Free messages. Okay, let's see. Forgiveness and understanding. And I feel like usually when we talk about forgiveness, we think about others, but in this case, I do feel like the way this angel is pointing towards themselves, you don't really see it, but they are pointing towards themselves. I feel like it's like forgiving yourself. It's mostly talking about forgiving yourself and trust the universe. Oh my god, you know how I earlier said literally that you have a hard time believing that good things can come your way after all this? I think here the universe is really telling you, okay, trust those messages, claim them. Good things are really going to happen for you. And then we have guide angel. So you're also protected. With the guide angel here, I'm getting this message of that you are divinely protected. You don't have to be worried. Things are gonna fall into place, even though it might not look like that right now. It might look like the universe has only taken from you, but really trust that it was for the best. You might not know yet, but it will all make sense in like a few days, a few weeks or so. You're gonna understand why everything happened. Sometimes, when things happen in the moment, we suffer so much, right? That we're like, why? Why? But I think, how do you say? Sometimes later on, you realize, oh, those lessons have been taught to me, and this I learned through this difficult experience, right? Because without difficult experiences, we wouldn't grow. And I wanted to mention too, with the guide angel number 4, right? I've seen a lot of 444, which is like if you pay attention to numerology, it's like an angel number, right? And you have the pile number 4. And I was already thinking to mention that in the beginning, but for some reason I didn't. But now I'm going to mention that is that number 4 is all about protection. Like your angels are literally reminding you that you are protected and guided by them. So as you feel, oh, I have nobody to look up to. Earlier we had that topic of I don't feel like I have any idol or any mentor, anybody that I can look up to and be like, okay, this is the way I want to live. That's totally fine because all along the way, your angels have been guiding you. I feel like this pile is really a pile. Amir, wait a second. You guys are here. I'm testing the purified water. We just got a water purifier. It was really needed. Babe, it's so good. It's better than the water we buy from the place. It's like sweet, a slight bit salt. The water hardness was 500. What does hardness mean? I don't know. I feel so refreshed right now because I'm sweating. Hmm? Pipe is 500, the hardness, right? Mm-hmm. The water that we buy from outside is 120, and this is 40. But what does hardness mean? Hardness means bullshit in the water. Bullshit in the water. Yeah. I mean, I knew, bro. Look at the water. When I get like warm water, I see that it's like, I don't know. It looks like something else. Okay. Now, I come from Switzerland, right? So we have like the mountain water, right? So all my life I was used to drinking tap water. And in the past months in Iran, we have been like getting um, water like from a store. they literally sang water, and back then it was more worth it, but now we bought a water purifier because they started to up their prices with the water. And then my husband realized, okay, actually now it's more worth it with the inflation and everything to go get a water purifier instead of buying water. And it also got annoying because I know he was able, for example, to drink tap water, but when I didn't have purified water, I wouldn't drink at all because I care about my health. Like, I don't want any kidney issues and stuff. Like, really, and I don't think, I don't know, that water did not look good. But I'm also privileged, maybe, for sure. Either way. So this is for me like a sign of I don't know why I feel called. Oh, I'm a bit loud. Let me put me myself a bit quiet. Okay. So I feel called to talk about. I'm gonna tell the story and then you see about what. But oh my god, it's so difficult to concentrate. I don't know why. Okay. Sometimes I want to try to make a point, but my brain just stops working in the middle. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just a bit. My brain's just a bit dumb like that. But either way. So what I'm trying to say is that right now, I'm sorry that I take everything that's happening in this video with a context, but I really do feel like everything is like a sign right now that is happening. So I'm feeling like this whole thing of having, when you have to wait and you have to drink bad water and you have to like go buy bad water, but it's obviously a metaphor. What I'm trying to say, it doesn't have to literally be that, but like basically going through something, right, and waiting and working for something better to come, right? When you have to experience the bad to know the good and appreciate it, but also I feel like having patience is part of it. Like you're working towards something, but you need patience, and it might feel like you're not never gonna get that, but once you have it, it feels so good. I don't know. I might have worded that in a like it might not make sense right now. Let me try to make it make more sense in a second. Let me think how I can word that better. What I'm trying to say is I think good things take time, and let's just say in my case, for example, I wouldn't have been able to appreciate a lot of things if I didn't have to work for them. Does that make sense? If you are just born with a lot of things, the amount that you appreciate is not the same. For example, let's say if you work hard and you get $5, right? It's not a lot of money in itself. But if you work hard versus if someone just gives you $5 or you just find it on the street, you're gonna appreciate those $5 way more if you worked for them yourself than if you just received it in some way or the other, if it was just handed to you. Same with 1K, it doesn't matter the amount. And I think that's what I'm trying to say is that the value sometimes of things are not in the sense of the actual value of itself or how society gives value, but how you value things. And that good things take time sometimes to build up. If you are working on some projects or and then you're wondering why is it not growing? Why does it feel so far? It's actually not as far as you think, but you just have to be patient sometimes. I don't know. And also a message of gratefulness in a way. Either way, what I wanted to say with the angel again is that I feel like even though you felt like in your life you had nobody guiding you all along the way, your angels are very close to you, at least to this pile for sure. So again, I feel like for this pile, I don't know why the angels are very close to you. You might not feel them, but they are working very closely with you and have been supporting you all along. I have a pendulum, right? Which is basically like a chain with a crystal attached to it that you use in a motion, like you kind of like use it like this, and then you have answers with a you have yes, no, numbers, whatever you have, right? I'm gonna show in a second, but I don't have that, or I couldn't find it for some reason, but I still want to try it, and instead I'm just gonna use my iPad pen for that, and I'll show you guys in a second what I mean. So this is like my the board I made. It has like A's, like it has the alphabet, it has numbers, it has the astrological signs, and yes, no, or maybe, and so on answers, right? And then you can just kind of spin, or I will spin the pen and get my answers that way. So I wanted to ask, First of all, in the beginning of Pile 4, I mentioned that some of you guys are going to meet someone that felt like it's been lifetimes that you knew them. Like very like a destiny meeting. Could be a soulmate, could be an old family member too for some. So let's find some um what's it called? Letters, right? Like initials for confirmation, right? When you see or meet that person this month. So let's have some initials for pile 4. So I will spin. Okay, we have I. So any name maybe starting with I. I don't know. Y'all can help me with names starting with I. I don't know. I'm thinking like Ian. I don't know many names with I. Isabel. I don't know. Ian and Isabel. Isaac. Ismail. Okay? I'm mostly thinking about male names for right now because I can't think about a female name really. Any other initial? Okay, we have M. N, I think Melissa, Malaya, I don't know. Mike? Michael? Also, when I heard Michael, I was thinking about Archangel Michael, but as in like, that's also an angel, so the whole thing of pile number 4 having being close to angels, I feel like maybe it will even feel like this person is like I don't know, like a angel to you, or it feels like, oh, this person is way too angelic, way too nice to be happening to me. And I'll spin one more. I don't have more initials I think to go for. But I wanted to definitely go for numbers, like as in special days, right? Special days for the month. So I'm gonna spin and let's see what special days there could be. Okay, we have, oh my god. We have 9, number 9. So either the 9th of May might be important, which is in like what, in 3 days or so? No, I cannot. It's in 4 days. Sorry. And the first, but first already passed. So one, maybe 19th. 19th of May. Now let's go for some star signs. Like, what is the sign of the person you will be meeting? Not the car. Okay, you might meet that person in a car. What? I don't know. That's really random. Oh, it nearly dropped. It's so difficult. I wish I had my pendulum. Okay, Libra. Libra energy, maybe. This person could be a Libra. Or let's see what else is happening. Pisces. We have Pisces too. And I'm seeing Virgo, maybe. Virgo, Pisces, Libra, okay? This could be the sign of your person that you're meeting. And yeah, that's it. I think that's it. That's done. We're done with pile number 4 now. We had the initials and everything, so yeah.